I got a problem, I got a strange addiction. Somebody help me, I need an intervention. It ain't alcohol or weed, there's just one thing that I need. I got an addiction to fruit trees. Got an addiction to fruit trees. I take a persimmon to breathe. Hey, the next one I'm getting just you be. Got an addiction to fruit trees.
Peace, family. So I just wanted to show y'all something real quick. I'm sticking with the theme right now of like fall or cold season or off-season activities that I'm actually working on. I guess, you know, hopefully it'll give you all some ideas of what you can be doing as well. But I wanted to show you this area that I've been working on. I've showed it to you before, but I just want to kind of give you an update on where it is now and what exactly I'm trying to do. So let's take a look at it. All right, so this is the area where we previously had nothing. We had the two cars that were here that were supposed to be project cars for me and my daughters. And we ended up not really messing with them. You know, we all work and didn't really have time. So I got rid of the cars, but underneath was nothing but like hard, bald, compacted soil. So I wanted to be able to plant things here. I wanted to be able to put trees here. And, you know, that's what I've been working on since the summertime. So what I did initially was we planted comfrey here, as I've shown before. And the purpose of that is to, you know, bust up the clay, the hard clay soil, and, you know, make it more arable. Also to bring up some of the nutrients that are below the surface and bring them back up through the leaves. That way, when I tap and drop comfrey, you know, I'll be able to take advantage of nutrients that are underneath the soil that we wouldn't necessarily have access to if we didn't have like a long tap-rooted plant going down there. There's other comfrey here that didn't spring up. I'm pretty sure they'll come up in the spring, but if not, you know, I've got so much comfrey out here that I can just propagate it from the root. With comfrey, I've got Bocking 14. You just take a root of it, and even a very, very small amount of it will grow like a whole plant. So I'll be planting a few more comfrey plants around here. Comfrey is also good for suppressing weeds. So if you are, you know, on the fence about comfrey, just kind of research it. If it's something that you decide to do, you know, let me know. And in the spring, you know, we'll make an arrangement. I'll go ahead and send you some roots. Also, you know, one of the key things in building up your soil, building up your soil and feeding your soil biology is, you know, planting plants. So, you know, I mentioned before that while there's things in the soil that are green, you know, they're still pulling in photosynthesis. And when they do that through the roots, they give off what's called root exudates, which is basically sugars and amino acids and, you know, fatty acids and things like that, that the soil microbiology feed on. And then in turn, they bring things like phosphorus and nitrogen and calcium and things like that. They break it down through their enzymes and they make it into they basically make it to where the plants can uptake those nutrients that we look for. So keep green things going as much as you can. But anyway, then we started building up the organic material. I took you to the landfill, I took you to Starbucks. So that's a lot of the stuff that's under here that you see. We built them in mounds and I put in my persimmon trees. This is the Hanafuyu persimmon, or the giant persimmon. This one is the Ichikike persimmon tree, AKA Jasmine and Justin. And then we put blueberries there. This is the Jersey blueberry right here. Let me get closer so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. They are sleeping, well, or just about sleep, but this is the Jersey blueberry. And then here we got struggleberry. Y'all know about struggleberry. I have no clue what variation of blueberry struggleberry is, but I know it's not a Jersey blue. I call it struggleberry because, you know, I've had this one for longer than the other ones. And for like the first year or so, year or two actually, it struggled pretty bad. To the point where at one point I thought it was gonna die. But then, you know, this past spring, we got a good harvest off her. So, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll name it. Maybe it'll be a variation that I'll just name. I mean, why not? It's, you know, it's mine. What we did with the blueberries, there's a channel that I like called Park Rose Permaculture. A lady named Angela, I think I've talked about her before. She gave some tips a while back on planting blueberries. So what I did was I buried some, you can see part of it here, some logs that are partially rotted. And I did that around the blueberries. And the reason I did that was because the blueberries seem to grow well in that type of environment. And then also, you know, logs like that, as they break down, they pretty much are like sponges. They hold moisture. So these blueberries, you know, they'll send roots over here and they'll always have access to moisture. So, you know, and then as it breaks down as well, it also adds to the fertility and it feeds the soil microbes, which is very important. Now, what I also did in addition to that, I put, this is basically pine trees. You know, I've got pine trees that I cut down myself, and these are parts of them. And I put various stages of decayed or decaying pine trees here. And the reason I did that, along with, you know, a lot of coffee grounds, is because blueberries, they like acidic soil. Now, the used coffee grounds are not going to add much in the way of acid. They'll add a little, but not too much. But these pine trees, I'm hoping that as they break down, they'll at least make the area where the blueberries are growing, I guess I'll use the word pleasurable for the blueberries. You know, they'll add some soil, some acid there to the soil where they are, and they'll be happy with that. I've got so many pine trees that I can just keep doing this, and that also helps to build up soil. So, you know, around my blueberries, I'll have pieces of pine as well as coffee grounds and things like that. What I also did was I did everything in mounds. You know, for one, with the soil being so hard underneath, I didn't want it to be a situation where like my trees were just, you know, sitting in water, you know, as far as the roots are concerned. I didn't want like the water to drain down but then stop and then my tree roots just to be sitting. So I built it in mounds, you know, just so that it gives the roots more room. But also what I did was I built these little trenches in and around the mounds. And the reason that I did that was because this area is on a slope. Water, when it rains, water comes down this way. So what I'm hoping is that water will travel and then eventually stop here and then stop here and then stop there, to where like there's always a storage of water. There's always a storage of moisture, to where eventually I won't have to water a whole lot, for one. Also mulching, you know, helps to keep moisture. But the other thing is, you know, when you have moisture like that, that also feeds your soil biology. So it's all about the dirt works, y'all. Now here I put the Olympia fig, you know, and we got strawberry plants that are still green, which, you know, I've mentioned before, it's still basically working through photosynthesis and feeding the soil. So I'm pretty confident that all of these things here will do well in this area. I'm gonna keep working on it. You know, this will be a project that I continue on, and I'll keep you up to date. All right, family, that's about it. So I'm out here working. I'm gonna continue working. I'll keep you all posted. You know, the purpose of this, like I said, is just to show you that we can still be doing things in the fall, even in the winter time. So, you know, don't get discouraged. You know, one of the, I guess one of the greatest tools that I've acquired, that I'm still sharpening as a gardener, is patience. You know what I mean? Patience. And patience comes with perspective. You know, one of the biggest things that helped me in regards to patience was changing my perspective from like wanting to just immediately see humongous yields to, I'm a soil farmer. Let me build up my soil. You know, what do I need? What does my soil need? And what do I need to do to accomplish it? You know, so that's how I'm looking at it now. And just be patient with everything that you do. Just be patient. But I'll keep you posted. And you know, if you've got some fall and winter activities that you're doing or that you're planning to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.